All right, people, we're going to continue the interview. And during the break, I was thinking about, Dustin, the problem with people that are handicapped like that, they're going to use their handicap to their advantage. They don't want the disadvantage of the handicap, but they're going to use the advantages. Dustin was going to pressure that little girl like, oh, come on, come here. I'm handicapped. I feel bad. Yeah, look at me. I'm pitiful. Like, even the cop who spoke afterwards says, the first time I saw Dustin, I felt a little bit bad for him because of his handicap. So that kind of guy knows to attract pity from people. And I hate when people do that. If I was handicapped, I would never use my handicap for any reason. I want to be treated like everyone else. That's how it should be. Just because you look like that, I mean, I would kill myself. If I look like that, I would kill myself, personally. If I was Dustin, I would kill myself. I'm going to correct myself here. If I was Dustin McPhetridge, I would be dead a long time ago. I probably wouldn't have passed the age of like 12 years old. But if I was handicapped, or if I become handicapped, if I become handicapped for any reason, I'm never going to use my handicap to make people feel bad for me. Like, I don't want to be, if I get a car accident and I'm paralyzed, I'm going to act like nothing ever happened. I want people to act the same way towards me. I don't want people to be like, oh, Nathaniel, you poor man, oh.
And,
did you throw the KY jelly in the truck because you're pretty sure you're going to have sex if somebody wants you to come that far to see them?
No, I just took it randomly.
You didn't take it that she wanted to have sex from... Do I have to read the chats?
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
You pretty much knew that you were coming up here for sex, correct?
No, sir.
You resist.
50-50 things.
50-50 things. So you were gonna play Ed and tails, like I'm gonna flip a coin, and if the coin is heads, I was gonna have sex. But I swear to God, if it wasn't heads, I wasn't gonna have sex. It's a 50-50 thing. You fucking retard, Dustin. It's a 50-50 thing. I brought the KY just in case. And if I was the judge, I believed him, I would say, okay, it's a 50-50 thing. I believe you, Justin. You're gonna spin the wheel, and if you get I'm gonna flip a coin, and if I get heads, you get 10 years in jail. If you get tails, you go free. It's a 50-50 thing, That's how justice should work, by the way.
Understand where you're coming from.
Are you going to make me read the chats again?
No, sir. I understand what we said, and
okay.
I asked her if we was.
Where do you want my sperm first?
I don't know.
Mouth, pussy, or ass?
That's gross. I wasn't going to have sex with her, But then again, I like to make fun of it. But I guess you never know for sure, Maybe it's just talk. Maybe he was just making fun, making jokes. Of course, anybody knows that even if it's a joke, you shouldn't make that kind of joke. It's that kind of joke that nobody that is sane would ever make. Making a joke to someone posing at 13, it's harmful. If you talk to a real 13-year-old girl and you make that kind of joke, it can seriously harm her. Just by talking, you can seriously harm a child. The child might get traumatized. The fact that somebody is so vile, the child might get hurt. So nobody with any shred of common sense, of decency, would make that kind of joke. So even if he wasn't going to do it, just the fact that he said that, it's disgusting. And it should be criminal. But then he showed up to the house with KY jelly, a razor, and he asked the decoy to sit on him. So what the fuck was going to happen? It's pretty obvious he was going to have sex with her, It's not a 50-50 thing. Right? Okay, if it's head, then I'm having sex with you. If it's tail, then I'm not having sex with you. Oh, that joke works better in French. I'm sorry.
That wasn't in reference of meeting today.
Okay.
That wasn't in reference.
All I want to do...
He's trying to say, no, I was just talking. That wasn't a reference to today. It was just like an inquiry. I was making like a survey. Like, I'm asking 1,000 random girls, where do you want my sperm first? That's just a survey, and I'm going to write a master thesis on this.
Okay.
A lot of
Let's get on with this interview, but we got to get over this hurdle.
I know.
Okay?
Hurdle.
We got to get to the truth of why you threw the KY jelly in there. Did you come up here expecting to have sex with this girl because of her emails back to you? And
No,
you saying you want to have sex, and she's like, yeah, sounds cool.
No, sir. I mean, it was one of those 50-50 things. She wanted
50-50.
if we could have had sex, we could not have had sex, and I mean,
It started as no. I'm never gonna have sex with her. I just wanted to be friends, just gonna talk. And now after 39 minutes, well, it's a 50-50 thing. And the interview's about 1 hour 20 minutes. So I guess in 40 more minutes, he's going to confess, yes, I was going to have sex with her.
But you would have had sex if you hit it off with her.
if we got along, and I thought it was a meaningful relationship.
Shut up with your meaningful relationship. That's the... If we got along and we had a meaningful relationship... Dumbass.
Then, yeah.
Okay.
But if we didn't get along, no. Because I'm not one of these people that...
Well, you asked her to be naked for you to get here. This is chats way back when y'all talked about meeting.
This is getting worse and worse every minute, and I can just imagine how Justin feels. He must be like, man, I'm really fucked. You know what the fuck's gonna happen to me? Like, he looks so dazzled there. He look astounded. He looks like, damn. Did I really say that? You know, maybe I can play this off on my handicap.
First time you said something about being naked when you get there in your panties or something like that. Forget exactly how you worded it.
I'm trying to think of that one myself, sir. Yeah. And I'm being honest.
I want to get you drunk.
Later on.
She's 13, you sick fuck. I want to get you drunk.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's the only way a woman would have sex with Dustin. Let's not lie.
This is a 12-year-old girl. Do you know the drinking age in Kentucky?
18.
No.
Yeah,
it's 21. You stupid fuck.
I didn't
it's
say
21.
Oh, it.
But look how many.
The cops tell you, no, you're mixing up in your lies. You thought she was 18, but the drinking age is 21, dude. Like, it's 21, like everywhere else in the United States.
Yeah, it's 21, but I wouldn't.
Remember what I told you before about a judge and jury's going to hear
taking
this?
the pen again?
This sounds to me like...
It's like a lecture, you know? It's like a maestro when he's trying to guide his musician, you know, an orchestra. And he's like, remember what I told you? Like a music, you know? It's like Dustin is an instrument. He's like making him play. The maestro, that should be his name. He's waving his pen like a maestro.
Like you wanted to hurt somebody. Would you be
That's the read technique. Thank you for Tick for that, you know. When you ask an interrogation, I mean, it's pretty stupid to do that because it gives fake confessions. But now he's going to use two pictures. He's going to paint the pictures that he wants Dustin to confess to, which is trying to rape a kid. And he's going to use another picture that is worse, meaning trying to kill the kid. And he's like, you're not trying to kill her. You're just trying to rape her, right? Yeah, of course, right? It's a simple trick, and I don't really like it, but whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's Dustin McPhetridge. McFatass.
If I got you drunk and had sex with you however I wanted, and the next day you were in pain.
Oh, remember what I said when I said he was a vile piece of shit? Oh, I have sex with you any way I want it. You can see, he's not even, he worse than a pervert. He was going to get a little girl drunk and then do nasty stuff to her. But he's innocent, and you should feel bad for him. He's handicapped. We have to let him go. He never wanted to hurt anybody, you know. But he wanted to get her drunk and hurt her and put her in pain.
I want to F you really hard one time.
Oh, the cop doesn't want to curse, you know. He's like, man, I'm being tased. I can't curse. There might be kids watching this one day. I want to F you.
Now, when you were coming up here...
Did you listen to tuck, tuck? This is the end. This is like the symphony. It's like the end of the 9th Symphony of Beethoven. It's like, ta-ta-ta-ta, boom, boom, boom. It's the end that is coming. That's why he's tapping.
I forgot I even had that conversation.
Okay. That's what you want to do. That's what you're telling her you want to do.
That was not...
If you have a meaningful relationship...
Look at the pen.
Were you wanting to have a meaningful relationship and make love to this girl, or were you wanting to just do her real hard and treat her bad and beat on her?
I was wanting to have...
Now he's using two pictures. Did you want to have a relationship and make love to her, or fuck her really hard? I just wanted to make love to her, sir.
A real relationship with her.
Yeah.
That was meant for much later on, and I don't even know why I even come up with that one and said
Because you're a
that.
fucked up piece of shit. That's why you came up with that.
But if things would have worked out, you'd have had sex with her tonight.
If we got along and stuff, and I mean, I don't know.
All right.
I mean, I've met people offline before, and I've met people.
You spend a lot of time on the computer?
Look at how he's walking off casually. Hey, hello, sir. You're not even that bald. It looks kind of good, actually. If I look like that at 40, I'm going to be fine with that.
Yeah, because, I mean, I sit there and I play games on the computer and on the
I play wrestling
Xbox
games.
360, and it's, I mean, I don't have much else to do because, I mean, I've tried to look for a real job.
But I didn't try really hard.
It's impossible to find a job. It's going to be real impossible after this. But
Possible after this, meaning when I'm a sex offender. Like the very few jobs I would have hired him as a retard, now he's a retarded sex offender. If you have to hire a sex offender for whatever reason, you might as well hire a normal one,
people look so down.
Computer's a good thing, if used correctly.
What is he writing? I'm sure he's not writing anything important. I'm sure he's writing like buy milk at the grocery store. He's just doing that to appear distracted and to appear. Basically, he was really focused with Dustin, and now he looks distracted and even like disconnected from Dustin. And he wants Dustin to say something to grab his attention. And that's a good way to get him to confess. He wants Dustin to feel like, damn, he's not even listening to me, or he's not listening to me a lot. I gotta say something so he's gonna listen to me more carefully. And that's a way to get him to confess. It's kind of cheap. You don't need to do that. I didn't know that police resorted to such cheap tricks just to get confession. Do we really need to do that?
Friends.
Yeah, and I mean, other than this situation, that other one I told you about, I've never done anything like that.
What all chat rooms do you visit?
It's none of your fucking business. That's what I would say.
Tennessee ones I listed earlier, like
no, I wouldn't say anything. I would have asked for a lawyer.
5, 7, 9, I think.
How do they look on the internet? Is it Tennessee 1 or something?
Yeah, you just sign in, and then a wrestling chat room.
Wrestling chat room.
Have you ever met anybody in any other chat rooms that you've had sex with?
Yes.
And now the guy should say like, what? There are people that accepted to have sex with you? Or maybe for Dustin, sex has another meaning. Maybe Dustin, when he eats a cheeseburger, that's like sex to him. So like, have you ever met anyone else that you had sex with? Yeah, there was a girl when we ate a cheeseburger and it was good. And to me, I got an orgasm because it was so good. Like when he says yes, you had sex with someone from a chat room, we are all surprised. Like, what the hell? How did you do that? Is that what a miracle feels like? Even Jesus couldn't pull that one off. Even Jesus couldn't get Dustin laid.
Any of them underage?
No, sir.
Of course not.
What's their screen names? I
wish he said yes. Like yes. Any of them underage? Yes. And the couple would be like, what the fuck? I didn't think it was gonna work, What are the odds he's gonna say yes to that question? Like, yes, I had sex with other underage girls before. It's probably close to zero. You have to be really fucking stupid to confess to another crime, because now you're gonna get 5 years for this and 5 years for the other kid. Like, what a dumbass.
I can try to.
I can try to remember.
XX, Perfect Drug, XX, I think.
Where did you meet these people at? Which chat rooms? The same ones?
This has been over years and years, so it's hard to say. And she was talking to me about she had moved back to Tennessee and she would like to see me again, and I was like, okay. I talked to her some, and then she disappeared again.
Oh, the girl that wanted to have sex with her. Like, I just moved to Tennessee. I want to see you again.
The one not this one, the one you had sex with.
Yeah, and she was, I'd say 21.
21. Nobody underage.
No, sir.
All right.
Poor girl. How fucked up do you have to be
What's your cell phone number?
to have sex with him? Now he says his cell phone number. You're probably gonna investigate that too, I guess. Must have the most interesting cell phone life in the world.
And if I had the phone in front of me, I could tell you who's who. If I had anything with them, how old they are.
Where do you live at right now?
If I was a cop, I would be super respectful of criminals. I wouldn't do that kind of attitude and that kind of leaning back and looking distracted. I would be respectful. And if the guy asks for an attorney, okay, good, go ahead, you know. But no, they want to get a confession at all costs, and they use all the tricks in the book and the read techniques and you know, it kind of feels cheap to get a confession that way. The guy doesn't want to confess, fine, you know. How many fake confessions do the police get? That's my question. How many fake confessions do they get through that kind of bullshitting and manipulation? I didn't know that our police force did need to use that.
At home with my mama.
Now he's talking about, I don't know. It's kind of quiet when it's muted. It makes Dustin more tolerable. I wish retards like Dustin came with a mute button, and you could just mute him whenever you're tired, you know. You're like, okay, Dustin, shut the fuck up. I've heard you enough. Mute. No, I don't know what he's talking about. Probably some more bullshit like, I thought she was 17. I brought hand moisturizer. It's a 50-50 thing. And now what is he doing? Is he coughing?
I mean, like, I would rather...
Hey, stop doing that,
the
Dustin.
stupid news to her first.
Okay, what city is that again?
They just unmuted that for like one.
Like I said, I don't want to go to jail. I can't
I don't
live in
wanna
jail.
go
I don't want no problems. And
I don't want no problem. Did you see that? Dustin, you dumb fuck. You got arrested and you got videotape on To Catch a Predator. I don't want no problem. I don't want to go to jail. I think it's a bit late for that, Dustin. I think it's a bit late for that. You should have thought about that before starting to chat with her.
Now, when you live there with her, is that your computer? Is that her computer?
she bought it, but I use it.
Where's it at? In the house?
And I guess it's my living area.
My living area.
Your living area?
Yeah, and I've got a bedroom. I've got two bedrooms. One's got my bed in it, and then the other one's computer desk. And
oh, you have two bedrooms.
yeah, a computer desk.
Does she use the computer?
She has a few times. She's used it a few. She had her own, and it tore up. And she uses that occasionally and stuff.
So it's you and your mom just live together?
Her husband.
He lives there too?
Yeah.
Does he
Oh,
use your
man.
computer?
Poor husband, you know. The husband is like... The husband must have been happy about it. When he said her husband, he didn't say my dad, because you know the dad probably ran away. Okay, I shouldn't say that. It's mean. But like her husband. He doesn't say my father-in-law or my stepfather. No, her husband. You can feel that the husband was the one really happy that Dustin was arrested. He's like, oh, man, I met this girl, and she's really amazing, but she has that retard son, and he has 2 fucking bedrooms in the house. Like, I'm sure that as soon as Dustin was arrested, the stepfather made sure that he would never get bail. Like, you know, I can just figure out that the husband was like rich, and the mother was like, oh, you need to pay his bail. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. By the way, can I use one of Dustin's bedroom as my office? That's what I would do. And then you get to keep his shit, you know. But then again, you know that it's not Dustin that paid for the Xbox. You know, it's the mom that paid for it. So it's kind of like getting your stuff back. And then you're like, ah, the house is so quiet and calm. I love it. The husband is probably the one that said, yeah. You can search his room. I hope you find some child pornography on his computer so he can get a couple more years in jail.
He's used it a couple times to look at X-rays, and he's used hers a couple times. But
Oh yeah, he's a doctor. No, he's a
got
radiologist.
bad back and neck.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
He's not very computer literate.
Literate.
What kind of computer is it?
It's a computer.
Just, one I custom ordered.
Oh, you custom ordered it?
Yeah,
Custom
ordered
order. I have
parts and
money.
I had a friend to help me build it.
Oh, you have a friend?
Dude,
You have a friend? Who's gonna want to be friends with Dustin? A fat, retarded pedo piece of shit. He probably mean like I paid someone to have it assembled. That's what he meant to say. He's his friend now because they met once, when he came to pick up the computer.
I can do parts of it, but I can't do a few things with it because
So you're pretty computer savvy, though.
Oh.
Somewhat depends on the subject. I mean,
up until 2 years ago, I didn't know there was a caps lock button. I didn't touch it. But you can.
I didn't know it was a caps lock, and I just pressed on the button by mistake, and I was stuck with capital letters for a year, and that's until somebody told me press the caps lock button to take it off.
Build one?
With a little help, yeah. Really? I mean, it's just buying the parts and stuff on the side. And
you're pretty good, Dustin.
What about a webcam? You got one of them?
No, sir. I had some kind of cheap digital camera that they had on TV. I plugged it up once to see what it was about a webcam, and I don't even know where the thing is. It's either in the closet or buried in the computer desk one.
Do you have any pornography on your computer?
Yes, sir. I have some child porn. The way he covered his head. And I did Google. He actually had 8 years for the child porn. It was a category 3 felony. And he's just covering his head oh, man, they're not going to look at my child porn.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
You don't think so? You have any underage pornography on your computer? I don't think so. It's the type of thing. It's the type of thing that you typically know, Dustin. Okay, usually you know if you have some child pornography. So instead of saying I don't know, just if you're gonna confess, just say the truth. Say yes, I have child porn on my computer, but he doesn't want to say no and lie to the cop, and he doesn't want to say yes and look like evil. He's still hoping that the cop is going to let him go. So he doesn't want to lie, and he doesn't want to confess to say oh yeah, I'm a serial offender. So that's why he says, I don't think so. And when they're going to find, when they will find child pornography, you can just say oh, I didn't think so, but I just learned something today.
No.
You don't know.
Did you ever see any underage on your computer? Or view any images?
I've viewed images before,
I
think.
Of underage
meaning to, and I don't know what I'll say.
Come on, Dustin. Have you ever viewed underage porn before? I've viewed, yes. I didn't mean to, though. It's an accident. I went on my computer, I started up, and then there were plenty of child porn on my computer. It just appeared in my face. And coincidentally, I was trying to have sex with a kid. It's a coincidence. It's all a big misunderstanding, Mr. Officer. It's not my fault. I didn't want to see that, but it was forced upon me. Listen to that.
Of underage people?
Not meaning to, and I don't know
I
what
didn't
else
mean.
saved on it.
What do you mean, not meaning to?
It's a good question. Did you see some child pornography? I didn't mean to. What do you mean you didn't mean to?
Not mean to.
I mean, you go on the internet and look at porno, and you don't know if they're of age or not.
Mm-hmm.
Some are.
Well, remember, I just told you, I just found a caps lock button a couple years ago, so I'm not real computer savvy. So explain to me how you get porn on the internet.
Look at how Dustin is nervous now. Oh, shit.
What I'm talking about is underage people. Do you exchange porn with other people?
Good question.
Okay, how do you?
I will change that story a small bit. I have a female friend that has sent me a couple female photos of a couple of her friends on.
You have a female girl that sent you adult photos of her friends. That's a shitty woman, if you ask me. Sending photos of her friends naked? Yeah.
Adult Friend Finder or something like that.
Okay.
Oh, you go on Adult Friend Finder, Dustin? Really?
So the porno that you're looking at is off of websites.
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, and off of EmuleX, and I mean...
Off of what?
A download program.
Emulx.
A download program.
download program? What did you call it just now?
Emule X.
Emule X?
I don't know that program.
It's Emule, but you don't have to share stuff to send.
So that could be just other people sending you stuff.
Yeah.
Do you? Do you
that's how I got the child porn.
Computer?
Yes.
Yes.
Videos or just pictures or both? Or?
Both, and I need to delete it. I meant to.
Burn any CDs or anything of it?
I think they had been burnt.
Man, this is getting worse and worse. Like, you have child pornography? Yes. Do you save it on your computer? Yes, but I wanted to delete them. Do you burn CDs? Yes, but
CDs of it, and I don't know exactly where they are. I don't know if they're on the.
I don't know where they are, so that makes it okay.
I can't.
So if you do have child porn, as long as you don't know where it is, it's okay, you know? Yeah, I have some DVDs, but I don't know where they are, so it's not too bad.
DVDs of it, and I don't know exactly where they are. I don't know if they're on the desk, if I've thrown them away or what. I can't.
This is a sick fuck.
I'm getting rid of it as soon as I go home because I don't want trouble, and
This is a sick, disgusting fuck. He's confessing to having child pornography saved on his computer, and he has some CDs of that. And he's like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to, you know. I didn't mean to save that on my computer, and I didn't mean to burn it on a CD. It just happened by itself. Like a CD fell from my desk, and it fell into the CD receiver of the computer, and then it started burning pornography automatically. And I was like, whoa, stop, computer, stop. I didn't mean to. And then I lost the CD, so that makes it okay.
I mean, I helped my buddy do DVDs.
And now his buddy is doing DVDs of porn too. Like, this is a child porn. I want to make fun of that, but it's a child porn network being developed. Like, it started with, have you ever downloaded pornography? I didn't mean to. Underage pornography? I don't know, maybe. And then he's going like, yeah, I burn DVDs, and there's my friend, he gives me DVD. Dude, this is a classic child abuser. He has everything, every single traits of a classic child pornographer, a classic pedophile, you know, online pedophile. Fuck this guy. We're gonna continue in part 7.